Okay, no clever intro for this video. This week, I'm covering The Order 1886. Originally released February 20th, 2015, the game was developed by Ready at Dawn and published by Sony. You might be wondering who Ready at Dawn is. Well, they made a couple of games, none of which I played. The Order, yeah, it didn't do too well. It has a 63 Metacritic score, being the second lowest for the company, well, the developer. The game follows Sir Galahad, a member of the Order, a group set on fighting off monsters. Alright, that's enough backstory. Let's get into the game. Run it!
Gray, it hurts.
Izzy, you'll be fine.
I can't do this much longer. Not this life.
Save your strength.
The story starts off like A Boogie with the Hoodie's hit album, and by hit album I mean that one song. You know what I'm talking about, that dun, 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 dun. Bitch, I'm drowning. The main character is getting hit with the OG waterboarding treatment, and by OG waterboarding treatment I mean they just drowning the nigga. Not even like semi-drowning, no, they really just drowning the nigga out. Main character ain't really playing and decides to bust himself out of captivity, which results in him being cornered.
Hands where I can see them! The play is over, Galahad. Surrender yourself! Raise your hands now! Raise your hands! Hands up! Gray,
Don't do this!
I said surrender! Hands on your head! You have betrayed our order! No one may escape the penalty!
You forget, Lord Chancellor. I'm as good as dead already.
The game cuts back to a few weeks earlier where the main character is introduced in a much better light. Not that much better, the nigga's still in London in the 1800s. Shit probably smells like ass.
The streets of Paris are overflowing with garbage, and the city literally stinks.
Well, even more ass. And yes, I understand that The Order takes place in London and that the video was about Paris, France, but the shit's still on the same continent. Matter of fact, it's only 2 to 3 hours drive away, so fuck it, they close enough. The main character is called Sir Galahad, who is currently on a mission to stop some criminals. On his way there, he runs to one of his partners named Izzy. The Black Dragon? No, not the black man. It's a white woman. A white European woman. So, a white person squared? Anyway, they arrive and get straight to blasting. They end up fighting in the Royal Exchange Building. For those who don't know, the Royal Exchange Building, we're calling it REB. Well, shit nigga, we kinda in the same boat. From what I gathered, using both my years of intense research of schooling while in school and Google. The REB is actually like the YMCA for businessmen. Originally built in 1844, the building was used as a place for businessmen to make trades and deals while doing things like drinking at the bar, looking over books at the library, playing pool. Shit, the ERB, epic rap about the history. The REB is only a couple of blocks away from the Bank of England and the stock exchange. Shit, put a quarter and a dartboard in that bitch. Shit, nigga gonna be the best tradesman of the West. Like, it'll be like, so, Raheem, 5,000 shares, decreasing by 5% for each 6,000 shares bought, maxing out at a 30% decrease for this and the next 7 fiscal years. This and what we agreed to earlier. Is that good? Yeah, I'm cool with that. Awesome, fantastic. Everything should be done by Thursday, so please hurry. And one bitch! So yeah, if you could do that, that would be nice, thank you. Getting back to the game, the duo runs into another member who is busy macking on a random shorty. Then, you know, helping them out. His name is John Marquis, nigga, something like that. But I'll be dubbing him as a Frenchman because he's French. And for the Frenchmen from the boys, since they both weren't where they were supposed to be at. Granted, one went bad, one didn't, but you get the point. He's a Frenchman. The trio, consisting of Big G, Izzy, and the Frenchman, continue to hunt down the criminals, ending up in an underground train station / sewer place, fighting werewolves?
One of our escapees is a half-breed.
The whole group that these people are from, only true purpose is to hunt down these werewolves / monsters, mainly referred to as half-breeds or half-bloods or something like that. And if you want to understand them some more, the group, well, you ain't really going to find anything in-game, so take your ass to the Order's 1886 wiki page, and get to reading, nigga. Don't worry, it's not that tough. I know a lot of you bitch niggas have reading skills of 7th and 8th graders, so you'll be alright. Big G gets to scrapping with the wolves. Now, I don't know if the wolves are weak or Big G is that dude, but he managed to take out 2 to 3 of them. The last one, however, manages to escape to ground level, causing the entire group to chase the wolf down. Nigga got quick scope with lightning. With the threat neutralized, the trio meets up with Percival, who gets a tip that most of the trouble is coming from Whitechapel. Oh yeah, Percival is kind of the leader of this unit of soldiers. Or at least that's what I think, or what I'm getting the vibe of. And I'm also dubbing him Master P. Fast forward to a couple of days later, the Order is having a meeting about the rebellion that is taking place. They hold a vote on what to do and decide that Whitechapel should be handled by the regular police. Master P, on the other hand, isn't having none of that and goes to have a discussion with the Knight Commander, Alistair. Alright, pause. A good majority of characters and groups was just brought up into the story, and by good majority I mean like fucking 40%. There's only like 10 niggas in this entire story with relevance, so 4 of them just showed up. Starting off with the oldest looking one being the leader of the Knights of the Round Table, Baron August Darrow? He's the leader, well, of the group, the spokesperson, whatever you want to call it, the head of it, whatever. Next up, Lord Hastings, who's kind of the bridge between the Order and the United India Company. He has a lot of money and influence, so yeah, that's how he part of the Order, I guess. Speaking of the United India Company, they are a trading company expanding from their controlled area of the South Asia, pushing out west. Their motto is Novus Ordo Mundi, is Latin for a new world order. So you already know these niggas gonna be the villains. Speaking of villains, the rebels are talked about. They're the rebels, and the last character is the Knight Commander himself, Alistair. He's the adopted son of the Baron August, aka the Old Man, the leader of the Knights of the Round Table. The physical part, so he out in the field with everybody. Oh, and Izzy is also the adopted daughter of him as well. So Izzy is stepsister to Alistair, and both of them are fathered by the Old Man. They're both adopted by him. Alright, that's enough background shit. Back to the story. Master P isn't happy with the Order's decision and takes it up with Alistair, who gives him permission to go as long as they stay covert after a quick stop at Nikola Tesla's shop to get some gear. Oh yeah, Nikola Tesla acts as like the gadget man for the Order. He's like Q from James Bond. Also, he's voiced by Yuri Spider-Man and Sasuke voice actor. Yeah, he's back. The group heads to Whitechapel to conduct the covert mission. And it goes great.
Bitch, you know I'm strapped with a stick. Every Glock I got a switch. Bitch, stop the car, I got a piss. He just in my ass, he with a switch. Now I'm eating his ass. Eating his ass. Eating a nigga ass.
Ah, he found that nigga with his dick out.
We be eating niggas ass.
Yeah, covert goes right out the window once they are found. And it goes double once they find some of their weaponry in the hands of the rebels. I'm not talking about miscellaneous weapons or weapons that just got lost. I'm talking about weapons that was just put on the field weeks prior. The bitch is still brand new. Pushing through the rebels, the group runs into the police, who trench themselves right outside the hospital due to them hearing noises. And after some quick air support, recon, sonar, thank you, the group gets to clearing the hospital. But the pair consisting of Big G and Izzy notices Master P talking to someone. This is a subplot, subline, sub-quest, sub-mission, Ocean Gate, submarine, cause this shit ain't going nowhere, so don't worry about it. They enter the hospital and everything is going fine.
For sure you're right on. For sure you're right on. 10.
I think we need to move Lonzo.
This is the same screen. This is the same scene that was shown during E3, I believe, during like 2013, 14. I'm gonna be honest, it still holds up even in 2023 of this year. I also like how they pay homage to the OG Resident Evil. The way the wolf turns around is similar to the way the first zombie turns around and looks at the camera. Really cool detail. I like it. Big G is forced to run away from the wolf. That is until he gets trapped in a room with it, having to 1v1 it. It doesn't end well for him and he gets knocked out.
Get up!
Is that dick good? Yes, dick. How good is that dick? Oh, how good is that dick, bitch?
Big G gets his get back and takes Izzy to the infirmary in the hospital where she lied him to show proof that the rebels are planning an attack on the United India Company. Having Nicola drop off some gear, the unit immediately boards the aircraft via rappelling on it from another aircraft. The unit gets to doing what they do best, saying fuck it, it is what it is to stealth, and go in just straight blasting. Alistair isn't happy about a lot of things, mostly the botched covert mission. Thankfully that's the biggest mess up the unit makes.
Stop this madness. No. Not as long as the company is allowed to carry on unobstructed. They won't. We'll see to it. It's too late. Sebastian? Friend. You don't have to do this.
I'm not gonna let you get the chance.
Yeah, Master P ends up dying. Big G gets new drip and a funeral is held for him where a ton of things are explained. If you weren't paying attention to what I'm saying, you might notice that actions taken against the unit aren't really taken seriously. Niggas getting shot in their neck, niggas' backs getting blown out, niggas surviving an explosion on an aircraft, and also surviving the fall. Yeah, these aren't just regular soldiers. They're soldiers with Blackwater. And what is Blackwater, you might ask? It's a residue from the Holy Grail, I believe. It gives fast recovery and lets niggas live for a long time. Like Master P, for example, was over the age of 600. And that's not even unheard of. The leader of the Knights of the Round Table, the old man, he's several centuries old. The Knight Commander is also several centuries old. The main character, Big G, he's around 400 years old. The Frenchman, whose name is...
You, Marie Joseph Paul Yves Roch, Gilbert du Motier, Marquis de Lafayette, swear to uphold the most noble precepts of our order.
That he's almost 130 years old. Niggas living a long time. With the death of Master P, some changes has to be made. First off, the Frenchman becomes the new Percival. Think of them like code names. Big G is Galahad. They're trying to keep up with the Knights of the Round Table, you know, aesthetics, I guess. And Big G becomes the new unofficial leader of the unit and immediately gets into it with the old man. But before he could, you know, call him out his name, yeah, it was 2 seconds for calling him out his name, but I call him up.
Dust down, bitch. Dust down, bitch.
The rebels stage an attack right outside the building that the Order is using to get Lord Hastings, which they managed to stop and repel. But that isn't enough for Big G. So he said, fuck listen to these orders. Instead, he grabs a rebel and Batmans him. He hit him with the, where is she?
Where is she? Where is she?
Oh shit, he did him with the where is she. I was just exaggerating. Anyway, the dude tells Big G that the woman is back in Whitechapel, so he heads there by himself. Oh yeah, you might be wondering what lady he's talking about. There is a woman he kept seeing running with the rebels in different locations, chilling in Whitechapel right here. She's also running away from them in the hospital right here, here on the ship, here at the attack of Lord Hastings, here. Wait. How the fuck she managed to get on the ship from the hospital? These niggas had to drop down from another aircraft, so how did she get on? Question for another day. Since Big G arrives and meets the mystery woman who turns out to be the right hand of the actual rebel leader. Big G rightfully pulls his gat out, but before he airs the bitch out, the rebel commander, who's Indian, Not like a Native American Indian, but an actual Indian. Like, they got that red dot on their head. As a kid, I thought they did that. I thought they had that red dot on their head because they misbehaved. Like, the news pulled up and put the chopper on their head. Like, I'm the supreme one. No brand. Now be good, or the next namaste you're going to get is at your funeral. But nah, it don't mean none of that. It used to mean the marital, the married state, marital, whether a woman was married or not. At least that's what I read. Red men married, black men single. But now it's mostly a fashion thing. Yeah, the rebel commander pulls out a thing of black water. Obviously, this gets Big G to listen to her, and she tells him that they have the same enemy and that his group, the Order, is being used. Convincing Big G to follow her, causing him to ditch everything that connected him to the Order in case things go south. While leaving, Izzy spots them leaving, and after further snooping, finds the Big G uniform. Nosy bitch. The rebel commander, her name is Lakshmi-Ba. I'm calling her Lakeisha. Lakeisha takes Big G to United India Company shipyard to show him what they are transporting, which is vampires. They're moving vampires to the Americas. So they decide to burn the entire warehouse down. Lakeisha convinces Big G to not tell the Order since they have a mole within it. Big G doesn't listen and tells it to the old man, who doesn't even believe him. So he gets the help of Alistair to break into United India House to look for any documents to help back his claim. The infiltration group, comprised of the Knight Commander, Alistair, Big G, Lakeisha, and Lakeisha's right hand, breaks in and finds a document that supports that vampires are being moved to the Americas. While doing this, Big G notices that one of the people in the group went missing, so he goes and looks for him and finds him with Lord Hastings, who killed him already. Surprise! Lord Hastings is a half-breed, blood. To be more precise, he's a vampire. Oh, and also Jack the Ripper, he's Jack the Ripper in this universe. You may think that the combined might of Alistair and Big G would be enough to take him down, but another surprise, Alistair, aka the Knight Commander, is also a half-breed well, he's a wolf. So they get to fighting, but it is broken up by the Order. Alistair escapes, leaving Big G to take the fall for everything. Also, doesn't help that Lord Hastings came and snitched too. Big G is brought before the Order, being found guilty and having his name stripped and sentenced to death or something like that. I don't know. I think it's death. It don't matter because you already know what happened since it was in the start of the game. The real question is, when did Big G become a mute? From getting arrested to getting sentenced and finally tortured, this nigga hasn't said one word about anything. Like he just took his sentencing on the chin and said nothing. Like, let that been me. I'm snitching to the max. I'm gonna be out here looking like Uncle Ruckus. That nigga's guilty.
You have to go deliberate.
I don't need to deliberate. Hang that nigga now. I got the rope right here.
Yeah, Gray, formerly known as Big G, is found guilty and is tortured. The game picks up from where it left off in the beginning. Gray is picked up by Nicola and a mystery man. You may be wondering who the mystery man is. Well, nigga, it's too late to be asking them questions, but I'll answer it just cause I like you. Matter of fact, hit that like and subscribe. I like you even more. He was seen earlier in the game talking to Master P, and I'm guessing he's a former member of the Order. And I'm gonna be honest, this video kind of going a little long, so let's speed this shit up. Gray is taken to a place to recover, taking almost 2 weeks, aka a fortnight. Oh yeah, Nicola was working with the rebels. Gray is forced to save him from Alistair, who was using him as bait for Gray. They fight and Gray comes out the victor. The old man then pops up and tells Gray that when he was a soldier and when he was in the field, the old man murked Alistair's family since they were all half monsters, breeds, blood, whatever. But couldn't kill him since he was just a kid, so he was kind of pussy. So he just decided to adopt him and hide the fact that Alistair was a half monster. He was a monster, I'm tired of saying half. The old man then tells Gray to finish him off and basically get stepping nigga, keeping the lie up and making sure that the rest of the Order doesn't find out. The game ends with Gray being hunted down in London. Alright, The Order 1886. It is now in the books. And overall, this was a mad-ass game. Like, it was nothing special. Like all the other previous games covered on this channel, this is the part where I run my mouth about my thoughts on the game, so you can click away if you want to. Matter of fact, no, sit your ass down, bitch. There's only like 3 minutes left. I'm gonna be following the same guidelines I do for open world games, being gameplay, story, and the open world. But since this isn't open world, I'm gonna be talking about the world of this game in general. To kick this off, let's get the positives out the way. It looks pretty from a graphical standpoint. This game was made when the last gen consoles was coming out. Games such as this Infamous Second Son, Uncharted 4, Rise from the Rome, Detroit Become Human. You know, the games that, you know, showing off what the console could do and basically spiked in all the graphics. So it looks nice. Alright, that's all the positivity I have. Let's talk about the gameplay. Gameplay is okay. Decent at best. This is a standard third-person shooter. Nothing felt special, and enemies are just standards. The only enemy that isn't was... Shut the fuck up, bitch! Damn, I thought I turned you off. Please don't take off my mask. The only enemy that wasn't... The only enemies that, you know, wasn't standard was a wolf. And they were, I'm gonna be honest, they were a letdown. Since all you did was shoot them, then just stab them with a knife. The other wolf fights, you know, when you take a blade out and fight like that, it was okay, nothing spectacular. Shooting was a hit or miss for me. I like the rifles and the snipers, which allows you to train your shots. So basically, you know, like the one-tap weapons. I wasn't feeling the automatic weapons. I just wasn't. Now the exotic weapons I really did like, such as like the arc cannon, the thermite pistols, not pistols, the thermite launchers. I like them. They were unique weapons. One problem I had is, why the fuck is there QTEs for silent takedowns? Like, bitch, I'm sneaking up on you. Why? Take that shit out. Oh, and also, why didn't we get to fight vampires? Like, that's a whole ass another enemy, and the most we did was just burn their coffins. Like, shit was a waste of a monster. The story, ass. This entire game felt pointless, since I didn't accomplish shit. The height of doing something was killing Alistair, who we didn't even know was part of the bad guys until the last 85% of the fucking game. Like, I'm gonna be honest, we did nothing. We took no one down. It felt half-ass. Nothing really happened, and I know they were trying to set up for like a sequel or a second game. Yeah, that won't be happening. This game just feels lackluster. And I'm not going to speak about the characters because they are somewhat forgettable, since halfway through it was like, fuck everybody. Fuck the unit. So we get stuck with a fake ass London Batman. So, yeah. The world reminds me of why I consider the Order 1886 to be a Focus Home interactive game. So if you know who Focus Home Interactive is, they're another developer, I think. Or was it Spider? I don't really know. They made games such as like the Technomancer, Bound by Flames. You know, 8/9 out of 10 for ideas and concepts, but a 4 out of 10 for execution. The idea of having an organization hunt down monsters is a lit idea, but having just some trash wolves really ain't helped this game. What I would have done is have various orders throughout the world who fight different monsters, since location matters, since the vampires were being brought to America. Have it so that each land has its own monsters. For Europe, it could be wolves, you just have to flesh them out a little bit. For America, it could be like some Native American monster like the Wendigo. South America, it could be the Chupacabra. For Canada / Antarctica, it could be like the Yeti. And for Asia, shit, pick any one of them and just call it a day. Yeah, that's all I had. Video over. If you like what you saw, hit that like and subscribe. With that being said, the galaxy needs me. Farewell.